Hello, this is my ABC book. My name is Rian of room 310, and here's my ABC book. A is for asymptomatic. Sometimes when you get infected with COVID-19, you may show no symptoms, but you may actually be contagious and be able to spread it to other people. Next slide. B is for Boris Johnson. More than a month ago, Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the UK, revealed he had the coronavirus. A week after that, he was hospitalized and put in the ICU. But fortunately, he has since recovered and is now back to work trying to flatten the curve in Britain. C is for China. In 2019, the coronavirus slowly began spreading in China, and in January and February, it rapidly spread throughout China and to other countries. But in March, China successfully flattened the curve and was able to reopen in early April. D is for the Diamond Princess. In early February, a cruise ship docked in Yokohama, Japan, named the Diamond Princess, was revealed that there were passengers on board who have tested positive of the coronavirus. And shortly within a few days after that, it was revealed that COVID-19 began spreading throughout the ship. Later on, the US began evacuating US passengers who tested negative of COVID-19 and quarantining them when they arrived back. And soon, other countries followed suit. By the time that was done, 712 people have tested positive, and 9 of them died. F is for Anthony Fauci. Dr. Anthony Fauci is the current director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases ever since the 1980s, and most likely you have seen him in the White House press briefings on COVID-19 besides President Trump, bringing clarity to the American people and also correcting the president whenever he accidentally says something false. H is for Hubei. Hubei is a province in the middle of China that was, until April of 2020, the epicenter of the coronavirus pandemic. It was also the province where coronavirus might have originated in. But now, since the curve there has flattened in all of China, including Hubei, Hubei has since reopened and is kind of back to normal due to many people and businesses still taking precautions like social distancing. I is for Italy. Back in February, COVID-19 began rapidly spreading in Italy, and as of May 1st, there are 205,463 cases and 27,967 deaths. But now, it currently looks like that the country is beginning to flatten the curve, and it is beginning to show that the country might be able to open within a few more weeks. J is for Japan. Japan was one of the earliest countries to have the coronavirus spread rapidly there, and 430 people there have died as a result as of May 1st. But now the curve there is flattening, which is a very good thing, but in many other countries, the coronavirus is still rapidly spreading. Korea. While it is currently unclear whether North Korea had any cases of the coronavirus, we do know a lot more about South Korea. In South Korea, they have experienced an outbreak of coronavirus in their country early, specifically in late February and early March. But they were able to flatten the curve there through widespread testing measures, contact tracing, social distancing, use of face masks, and quarantine enforcement. L is for lockdown. Most of us right now are currently stuck in our homes due to a lockdown or stay-at-home order the government enacted to stop the coronavirus. And it is understandable that there are many who want to go back to work because they are running out of money to pay for their needs, or they want certain non-essential businesses to reopen. But if we return back to normal tomorrow or tonight, this virus will most likely spread faster than if we were still in quarantine, because you are closer to people in which they can give you the virus, or you can give it to them if you have it. M is for misinformation. As this outbreak progressed, There has been misinformation spreading about COVID-19. The biggest one, for example, is that it is just like the flu or cold. It is not. Another is that it was made in a lab or caused by 5G. Once again, it is not. Almost everywhere now, there is misleading information on the coronavirus that could jeopardize you and the people around you. In this time, the best thing to do is trust what scientists and health organizations are saying, like Dr. Fauci or the CDC. O is for 187. In the world right now, there are 187 countries/regions that have cases of the coronavirus, and it is pretty terrifying that the coronavirus has a very big global impact, since it has arrived in countries from Finland to South Africa to Brazil. P is for pandemic. On the 11th of March 2020, the WHO, which stands for World Health Organization, has said in a press conference that they have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic. In case you do not know, a pandemic is when a disease is prevalent over an entire region like a continent or worldwide. Q is for quarantine. A quarantine is when people are isolated from one another to help prevent the spread of a disease. Many of you are reading this are most likely in quarantine at home due to this pandemic, and like me, are yearning to be able to go back out again like it is 2019. But right now, it is too early to do so, and it will take time for the curve to be flattened enough that everything can go back to normal again. R is for reopen. In many areas of the country, there are tons of people who demand their state governments to reopen early. Some want non-essential businesses to open back up or just want to go back to work, all being fueled by misinformation, wild conspiracy theorists, and our president who tweeted for people to liberate Minnesota, Michigan, and Virginia. And any of these protesters, for whatever reason, have decided not to take any precautions against COVID-19. Many were seen not practicing social distancing or even wearing face masks, endangering their own health. S is for social distancing. Beginning in February, you might have heard the term known as social distancing. In case you are living under a rock, social distancing is where you limit your contact with other people. Many people do this by staying at least 6 feet apart from other people, not gathering in groups, going to or holding any mass gatherings or events, or going to any crowded places. The reason governments recommend this is to help limit the spread of COVID-19. And the reason it does limit the spread is because if you are sick and asymptomatic but you are practicing social distancing with others, you won't be able to spread it to any other people you are with and risk their health, because you're technically far away from each other through social distancing. Now T is for Trump. And I see that you have noticed the weird face I put. During this pandemic, current US President Donald J. Trump hasn't done the best job in this big crisis. For a few weeks, he has downplayed this crisis, saying it isn't a big deal, that it was just the flu, while not preparing at all. And as the stock market began to crash starting in late February, the cases began to skyrocket. And by late March, we were number 1 in cases, but even then, he wasn't doing the best job, even suggesting we should open by Easter. He also fueled the Reopen America protest, and now, due to his incompetence, we have over 1 million cases and almost 65,000 dead. Now U is for US. As of May 1st, there are over 1 million cases in the US and 64,870 deaths. In New York alone, there are 313,575 cases and 23,000 deaths. The whole state. Not like just the city. In Cook County, there are over 38,668 cases and 1,673 deaths. And in case you don't know, Cook County is the county for Chicago, Illinois. And in LA, there are 52,120 cases and 2,147 deaths. And please remember that all of these statistics are from May 1st. Now, W is for Wuhan. Wuhan was, in the beginning, the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. From this city, it began spreading towards the rest of China and the entire world. But after a strict quarantine in the once bustling city, Wuhan was finally able to reopen and finally mostly go back to normal in early April, as other countries are still trying their best to flatten the curve. And the last one is Z for zoonotic. This current pandemic of COVID-19 is caused by a zoonotic virus. That means it originated in an animal before jumping to a human, or another animal before infecting a human. And that is my presentation for my ABC book. Please buy it on Amazon.com or at Barnes & Noble. Okay, bye.